Hi, this is Tony. Welcome back to our Deconstructing a Mix. The name of the song is Just Pray Tonight, which was recorded in 2020 and was edited and mixed in 2021 and released on July 4th of 2021. And so for this video here, we're going to talk a little bit about what we're doing with the bus processing. In the intro video, we talked about the routing, and in other videos, we talked about what was happening with the vocals, the guitar, the bass, and also the drums. So now this should be hopefully a short video. So I'm going to go here for a second. Whoops, that's not what I mean to do. I need to just go here. Here we go. I'm going to widen the tracks a little bit. So as I mentioned previously in other videos, all of the instrument tracks and all of the effects tracks all eventually get bussed, and then those get bussed here to a bus master, which goes to a mix master. Can't remember who I learned this from. I know CLA does this. Chris Lourdes does this. I don't know if he was I don't think he was the first person to tell me about this concept. He may have been, but in one of the videos I've seen where he's discussed how he does his mixes. So it's going through here. The beaches of Akumal. Right? And then here, what I usually have for my template, my Pro Tools mix template, I will have a number of plugins here, and then I A and B them. I listen to them, which one I think sounds better, and so on. And so I usually will have the NLS Bus Summer, the Virtual Bus Channel from Slate Digital, for example, the SSL Gray, or rather the FG Gray, which emulates the SSL bus compressor. Also have the Waves bus compressor. There's an option, I think, later on, not on this mix, but in some cases I might use for EQ, I might use the Clariphonics by Kush Audio. In this case I have an Axis EQ. So I compare them all, and then I just get rid of the ones that don't seem to work best for the project. In this case, the CLA Mixdown by Waves seem to work the best. It's going to be hitting it naturally at about -3 dB for gain reduction, which Chris Lourdes says is ideal for this plugin. The beaches of Akumal. Honey, just don't talk about it. Could be hitting it a little bit harder, as you see here. I've had to trim it down a little bit. Let's go into this Axis EQ by Kush Audio, or Sli-Fi, which is owned by Kush. Let's hear it. Actually, we won't hear it just yet. Then we have the L2 by Waves. L2 is in terms of the work that I do, pretty indispensable. I use it on practically every single mix I work on. I absolutely love this plugin. So let's hear it. Let's A and B everything here. Here's the trim at -3.2, and also the Waves master here. I think if I play this whole song through, I think the long-term LUFS is going to be about -11, maybe -10. The range is going to be about 8 LUFS. So, and then as we can see here, the beaches of Akumal. So this by itself moves because it's automated to move about 1 dB at the beginning of every measure, to give a little bit more movement or charisma or lift, if you want, in the piece. Emotional lift, I guess. Actually, I don't know if that's the right word, but let's hear these in context without the different plugs in turned on. The beaches of Akumal. Honey, just don't talk about it. Miss you so. Sounds very weak without it. Let's go to one of the choruses. So it's got a little bit of a punch to it, even with it turned off. I think the analogy is like someone trying to fight their way out of a blanket. So, but it's still not quite the same. This is add a little bit of mid-range, as we can hear. We're trying to turn off the Slate Axis EQ. So on this plugin, I did probably more processing than I should have. This added definitely a little bit of oomph to the low end by bumping the mid-range. I'm sorry, not the mid-range, the low end by 2 decibels. Here I had to cut back a bit. I did sound way too boxy, so this actually I got dialed back by 4 dB The 1.5K range, give it a little bit of lift, 2 decibels, and at 15K, gave you 2 decibels and a little bit of saturation here for color. Let's see what happens if I toy around with this a little bit. Right, and then here. So it sounds really washed out without this, right? Unfortunately, so. And there's an effect in music, and I think that this is applicable here. If you've ever gone, let's say you've been out in the snow, and you didn't wear shades, and so when you go back inside, you can't see anything, right? So the snow, how bright it is, it's kind of almost blinded you temporarily when you go back inside if you're not outside wearing shades. So that's the effect that this has. Everything's washed out without it. I've been experimenting quite a bit with this plugin on the master bus. And so then the L2, let's see what happens. Go into the bridge, and we're going to just turn different things on and off and see what happens. Good. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to see you in future videos.